Today I'm showing you how to fill out and submit a functional impairment level assessment form, or what we sometimes refer to as the Interrater Form. This form is required from any discipline that does an evaluation on a patient but doesn't do the start of care OASIS. So if the PT, for example, did the start of care and you're an OT or a speech therapist, and you do an evaluation, you'll need to also fill this form out and submit it. So you should have received this form, whether it's a fillable format or a different format depending on your kind of device. But the point of the form is to make sure we're getting an accurate picture of the patient for our OASIS numbers. So these M numbers on this form, these are numbers and questions straight off of the start of care OASIS. We just want to make sure we're getting the best picture of the patient, and we all have different areas of specialization. So the nurse or the PT who does the start of care may not be the best person to assess the patient's grooming and dressing skills. So that's why we do this. The case managers will get together and review all of the Interrater forms and the start of care after all the assessments are done and make any changes necessary. So this is actually a fairly simple form. So you put the patient's name in, then you will select their current score and their goal score. So this is where they are right now. And this is where our goal for them is. Okay, so you'll scroll down and you'll do the same thing across the board. Now, when you're considering their current score, you want to keep in mind that we're scoring them on what they're the safest with. So, for example, with lower body dressing, maybe they are dressing themselves every day, but it's not safe. They either need assistance or they're unsteady walking to their closet. So even if they are dressing themselves every day, they're probably currently a 2 in that case. Again, we're rating them on what they're safest, not what they're actually doing. Okay, so we're going to go through, select where they're at, where we want them to be. If they're getting therapy, this is another one that we see a lot. If they are getting therapy, they're probably at least a 3 with ambulation. So able to walk only with a supervisor or assistance from another person at all times. This is one we see a lot, especially if nurses do the start of care. They see a patient walking with a cane. They might grade them as a 1 with a one-handed device, but this means that they're independent and can negotiate stairs and uneven surfaces. If we as a therapist go in and evaluate the patient, we say they need contact guard to min assist for all of these things, they would be a 3. Their goal score may be a 1. Then we come down to these GG numbers. These are very similar questions. They're just G codes and G scores instead. So we're going to fill these all out. And then we get to the bottom. So it's a 5-page form, but it's pretty quick because you're just selecting your current score and your goal score for each one. When you're done, you're going to save it on your device. Okay, and then we're going to go back to the patient's chart. We're going to go to Documents, Add New. We're going to go under Category to General, Folder, Clinical. Then we're going to upload our file. and then click Upload. And then it will show up here in this folder under Documents. And that's how the case managers can access it to review all of that information before determining if any adjustments need to be made to the initial Start a Care OASIS. And that's how to do an Interrater or a functional impairment assessment score form.